Hi, welcome to Dames Bond with Mary B. I'm Mary B, and I'm going to introduce you to women who mean business. They have expertise in a variety of industries, all to help you thrive personally and professionally.
Welcome to Dames Bond with Mary B. Professional and personal insights provided by women.
How many of us just don't have enough hours in the day? You know, the average business person spends 2 to 4 hours a day reading work-related material. Imagine if you could just spend 1 hour to read what used to take 3, or read in 10 minutes what used to take 30. Well, Bonnie James, owner of Advanced Reading Concepts, taught thousands of people to become more productive and achieve their goals by teaching them to just read faster. Bonnie, you shared with me that there are some common myths about reading and speed reading that keep people from reading faster. Can you tell us what those are?
Oh, yes. When people first learned to read, they were told to point at each single word. And yet when I ask my students, what do you think reading is before we do anything else, they say it's getting information, meaning from the page. But every time they try to read faster, they're not carefully saying each word, so they think they're not really reading. So one of the things is that you have to say it and pronounce every single word. Well, that's just a total myth. If you've got the information you need, you've read it.
So you don't have to pronounce every single word when reading.
Exactly. Or we read like we talk. You know, we don't say one word at a time, but when we're so bored when we read and our minds wander everywhere, that's what causes us to have such poor comprehension. Another thing that's a myth is that comprehension goes down when you read faster. It goes up once again because you are concentrating on the information. And a big fear people have, that I get even at our meetings, is that, well, I really love to savor my novel. If I read faster, won't I lose that? Well, that's not true either, because if you're reading faster, you've got more enjoyment. And also, we teach many strategies for different kinds of reading, and then you choose which strategy you want for what kind of reading you do. And I say, you don't really savor the IRS regulations or your business reading. Get through that.
And who wants that?
Yeah, you get through that so you can read your novel any way you want to. So we create more enjoyment and more tools. We don't take anything away from people. So those are the biggest myths.
So what are some practical tips that we can actually use to read a little faster, other than attending some of your workshops, which I hope that everyone will check out, but give us some tips right now that we can use.
Well, one of the things is to keep your adult definition of reading, that reading is getting information, and if you've got the information you need, you've read it. Another thing is to become familiar with the stuff before you read. And so what we do are whole strategies for reading, not just flipping pages fast, but actually strategies for getting the information you want. We call it WIFMs, what's in it for me. And so if you've got a journals piling up on your desk, you pick out a journal, you look at the table of contents, you pick out what you want. All of a sudden, you've got something manageable instead of a pile of journals. And then you look it over before you start. The first one is paragraph. You read the bold-faced headings, the visual aids. You think about what it's about, and you decide what I want to get out of it. And you've got a purpose for what you're reading instead of just, you know, turning pages or having your mind go someplace else, pronouncing words. You've got a purpose, you've got something you really want out of it, and you'll get information faster and better.
Some of us can naturally read faster, but this is a taught thing, isn't it?
Yes, some people are naturally fast readers. Unfortunately, schools took some of that out of some people. But we teach people to be extremely fast, and we have strategies for technical reading and even writing stuff more organized, along with reading faster. Our average graduate starts about 226 words per minute. Last year's averages was 67%, 64% for other classes, and they went up to like 1,200 to 1,600 words per minute with 84% comprehension. And so they get 3 hours worth of work done in 1 hour.
So it's not just about speed reading, but understanding the content and saving time. After all, we have little time in this world, so why not read more efficiently? You can contact Bonnie James at advancedreading.com. She works with teenagers as well as adults. Thank you for being on my show, Bonnie.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much.
When dames bond, dames thrive.
Thank you for watching this episode of Dames Bond with Mary B. Relato. For more great information, visit the Dames Bond website at damesbond.com. Also browse the other shows found right here at Columbus Biz TV Shows.